when you first do something, it's really, really frustrating and it's kind of challenging, and you're going to like get angry. You're going to be like, ugh, like, why don't I can't understand this. I can't focus on this, right? And basically, as little by little, you start figuring it out, and then it becomes easier, right? Nothing is fun the first time that you try to do that thing. Like, nothing is really fun. Like, skateboarding is not fun. Like, business is not fun. Marketing is not fun. Doing like, videos is not fun if you don't know what you're doing. If you're trying to figure it out, it's very frustrating because you might not know what's actually happening there. How does that actually work, right? But it's through focus and attention and connection with those things that you start to uncover what's actually happening there, and you're able to manifest into the world whatever it is that you're trying to do with that, with that activity. And so that frustration actually comes from learning. It's part of learning for you not to know. It's basically like there's a darkness, right? Everything is just dark because you don't know. The darkness and the fear is actually the same thing, right? And so the only way to shine light on the darkness is to shine your consciousness on it, to shine your attention, your focus, right, on it. And then you're able to connect and uncover the darkness. So it's no longer dark, all right? It's no longer something that you don't know how to do. It's something that you're able to actually do. And this produces concentration, right? Concentration is so important. If you're not able to do this, there are so many things later in life that are going to be such an issue for you. Like learning anything new, learning any program, anything that comes up. I mean, there are so many things that are going to change in the next decade. I mean, you already see it, right? With ChatGPT and AI and virtual reality. You're going to see these things come into the marketplace and have such an immense impact and have such a change. And if you're not ready for this, it's going to really, really hinder you, because the amount of change that is going to happen is like way more than anything you'd possibly think right now. And so what you're trying to get ready for is to be grounded in yourself, to be so grounded that you're unshakable, right? Because you know what is going on. Right? You don't have too much. Look, there's always going to be darkness. You're never going to know everything. I think that's why things are so messed up. It's like nobody knows everything. Like no one's ever going to know everything. Like it's just not going to happen. So each day you're just learning more. You're just like, okay, this is what I know. I'm going to do the best with what I know. I'm going to get better. And it's a gradual process. And it all starts with your focus and your attention being able to be grounded in who you are and focus for long periods of time. It's very, very important. Now with TikTok and shorts and everything like that, your attention span is getting shorter and shorter and shorter, right? And in order to focus for long periods of time, like reading a book is so important. Why is reading a book so important? There's so many layers to this that later on are going to help. If you can read a book, let's say the first time, I hated reading. Look, I hated reading when I was younger. When I was like in high school, I might have read a few books. When I got to college, I read a lot more. And then I really, really started loving to read. But one of the first things that really got me to read was actually changing the relationship that I had with the thing. So before, I hated reading. I had a horrible relationship with it because I didn't like it. I didn't know how to do it. Do you get what I'm saying? So what happens was it's like a mountain. You're climbing this huge mountain. It's like way too far of a task. Like I remember the first book I was reading, it was like 200 pages or something. And I thought, oh my God, reading 200 pages is so crazy. I can't do it, right? And it wasn't until I tried to focus on just the next step I was taking, right? Just the first page, just reading one chapter, right? You got to break it down into steps. You never get to the end like right away. It's all gradual. It's all like the step you're taking today and the step you're taking tomorrow. You read one page, one word, one sentence at a time. And that builds up to the mountain. That builds up to reading the whole book, right? And so this is super, super important for you, because if you're able to read books, this is the thing. Like I'm able to leave behind maybe a video, maybe if they don't take it down or something, right? I'm able to leave behind a video for you, right? But the best people that have ever existed on earth have left behind what they learned in books. If you're not able to read books, you will never understand what the greatest people on earth that have lived actually think. You won't be able to connect with them. When I read a book by Eckhart Tolle or something, it's like I'm having a conversation with them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so important for you to be able to do this. And you get better at it, right? The first time reading a book might have taken me like a year. It might be taking me a year to read certain books I'm just like not interested in, right? But there will come a time when you're just like, I could just do it a lot faster. The first time it might have taken like a year or something. Second book you read, it might take like a few months, right? Then you just get better at it. And then you can read a book in like a week. Imagine if you could just read an entire book in a week, right? Or in a few days, which, I mean, it's actually, you can do this. It's really not that hard to do if you have focus and attention for long periods of time and you just prioritize that as the one thing that you want to do for the day. You can sit there and read for 8 days or for 8 hours, 8 days straight. You can read for 8 hours in a day and build momentum. Okay. And this is one of the biggest things too, impetus and momentum. With everything that you do, there's a certain momentum that you gain from doing it day after day, hour after hour, right? And this is what actually gets you to leap all the way. It's never going to be like you just boom. You know what I mean? It's going to be like these momentum. You have to build the momentum. You have to build the impetus. And this is what I think the most successful people really know, is how to build this momentum and not lose momentum, okay? If you lose momentum, you're going to have to start the momentum over again, which is so important to have health, right? And so that you can work every day and build that momentum of attention, focus, and connection with the activity or the thing or whatever it is that you're trying to learn or like manifest into the world or do. It's just all about understanding. It's all about learning. It's all about knowing what's actually happening there and trying the best that you possibly can, pushing your edge and having that, that intense focus. That's really, really going to help you. And this is going to actually decrease a lot of your stress, right? Because by decreasing stress, you know how to learn everything. You know how to learn anything now. But with focus and attention, you can focus on anything and learn how it works, learn how to manifest it into the world after a while. And so you have less stress because of this, right? You're going to be able to connect with whatever program, whatever thing comes out, ChatGPT, the AI, the new program at work, the virtual reality thing that comes out, whatever it is, you're going to be able to connect with it, focus, be grounded, take it in, really process what's going on there, right? And apply it to your life and then build that momentum. And over time, you're going to be ahead of a lot of people, right? Because you had that focus, you had that groundedness, you were able to keep attention for a really long time. And I think that's really what is being decreased a lot, is the attention span. We really don't have a ton of attention span. It's being depleted more and more. And this is how you're going to be able to focus for long periods of time, take in information, learn whatever it is that you need to learn, and make the life that you want to make. Learn whatever you want, manifest whatever you want, do whatever it is you want.